So you want to combine these into one. Over the years, I have seen people just literally add the numbers on top and add the numbers on bottom, which is retardedness. People are like, oh, this is 10 over 18. That makes no sense whatsoever. I can prove to you that makes no sense whatsoever. A half plus a half, right? A half and a half is a whole, right? You had half a pizza and half a pizza. You had a whole pizza. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. But 2 over 4 is a half. So you took a half plus a half and made a half. What the fuck sense does that make? How do you add a half to a half and get a half? This is stupidity. This is why you don't just add the tops and the bottoms, okay? So I need to know what to turn those bottoms into. I need the least common multiple of 8 and 10. So I'm going to write out a bunch of multiples of 8. And look, this is what you do. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Now I'm going to do it for 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I'm going to take the least common. Now I know some people say, you just do 8 times 10. 8 times 10 is 80, not 40. My least common multiple is 40. So I want this to be a 40, and I want this to be a 40. So this is going to be the bottom that you create. I need to make both those bottoms into 40. So I'm going to take my 40 and write it above them. Now, why am I doing that? Because I'm going to divide here. I'm going to do, look, I already know that 8 times 5 is 40, but this is what you do. You say to yourself, okay, I want a 40 here. So what's 40 divided by 8? Well, 40 divided by 8 is 5. So that's how I know to put a 5 here. Now I do 40 divided by 10. Well, 40 divided by 10 is 4. 10 times 4 is 40. And you put that on the top and the bottom. This is how you know what number to put here. If you want to put parentheses around it, you can. You don't have to. I kind of made my X on the inside now. Right? You're multiplying the top by 5 and the bottom by 5. That makes a 40. You multiply the bottom by 4, multiply the top by 4. That makes a 40 on the bottom. If you don't put the number on the top, then you have changed the value of the fraction. This works because 4 over 4 is 1. So now multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. This is what I taught you. This is what you did last lesson. 7 times 4 is 28. If you need a multiplication table, use it. I don't care. Bottoms are the same. Keep the bottom the same. Don't be ridiculous and make this 80 now. He's like, 40 plus 40 is 80. Doesn't work that way. The bottoms are the same. 15 out of 40 and 28 out of 40. Now, this ends up being bigger, right? If you add them up together, 5 and 8 make 13, right? Oh my God, you can't. How do you take 40 things out of, you can't take 43 things out of 40. This is called an improper fraction. It's improper because the top number is bigger than the bottom number. But you know what? Who gives a damn? I don't want mixed numbers. Some of you on the last assignment wrote me mixed numbers. We're not using mixed numbers in this class. So this is your answer. It can't be reduced, all right? There's no number that divides 43 that also divides 40. So we're done. All right, so second example. I have 5 over 8, and I'm taking away 1 over 6. So again, I have to figure out what the common bottom is going to be. And it's not always obvious, and you can't always do it in your head. So I'm going to write out my multiples of 8 first. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Just keep adding 8, right? That's what multiples are. 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, so on. Now I'm going to do it for 6. 6 plus 6 plus 6. Oh, I can stop. Once you hit the common number, you stop. You don't have to keep going. What are you going to keep going for? I mean, you got it. The least common multiple between 8 and 6 is 24. So that's the bottom that I want to create. I want to create a 24. So I need to make those bottoms the same. How do I do it? I'm going to multiply them by numbers. My 8 came a little funky there. Let me make it better. That's better. All right, so I'm going to multiply. Now look, I know you guys are not stupid. You should know that 8 times 3 is 24. But if you can't figure out what number to put here, you take the LCD that's sitting above the thing, and you do 24 divided by 8 is 3. That's how I know to put the 3 here. 8 times 3, 24. Now, What do I multiply by 6 to make 24? 4. This is how you determine the number. Whatever number you put here, you better put there. It has to go on the top and the bottom. You can't just put it on the bottom. All right, now multiply the tops together. Multiply the bottoms together. They better both be 24. 1 times 4 is 4. It's over. You made the same bottom. All I have to do now is just subtract the numbers on the top and keep the 24 there. So 15 take away 4 is 11. Yay! 11 is prime. I know for a fact that 11 doesn't break down as a product of smaller numbers. So nothing is going to cross out or cancel. So I know that I'm done. I can't reduce anymore. I mean, this is it. Figure out what you want the bottom to be by doing the least common multiple. Multiply each fraction by what it needs to make the 24 on the bottom, whatever the least common, here it's 24, but you have to make the bottoms the same. So you multiply by different numbers to make them both into 24. Subtract or add the numbers on top. Here it was subtract, and then done. So that's it.